come on, y'all. Please touch my like thingy and subscribe, you majestic bastards.
Howdy y'all, welcome back Captain Could of RC, welcome back to another Sunrise Sunday. We have the crash test dummy, Rival MT8. Now, a lot of people are having shock problems. I'm starting to have a few shock problems myself. So I've been in the background quietly trying to find solutions. There's been a few people on the MT8 ownership group that have found out that some Creighton shock parts do swap over. They will swap over successfully. Creighton rear shock rods and shock pistons will swap over successfully. Creighton front shock rods and Creighton front shock pistons will swap over successfully. This is my first official video on these shocks. I've been working in the background for the past few weeks tuning them, trying to figure out the best combination. I don't have my rears exactly where I want them. I need to change out the shock pistons again. There's the 1.3s in it right now. I want to drop down to the 1.2s. The 1.3s on the front work out pretty well, but on the back, not so much. Anyways, I got the full battery in it. Let's do a nice little drop test. This is only about 3 feet off the ground. Y'all see that? That thing landed nice and plush. Let's try it again, so you can hear on the concrete, so you can hear the chassis slap. Just a little bit of chassis slap, right? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm really, like I said, I'm really close to where I think I like it. Okay. So now I'm not going to do a whole bunch of abusive, super big sins in this video. I'm going to do 1 or 2 jumps, maybe 4, and then I'm going to go over to the rougher terrain to see how the suspension is handling, so you guys could see it in the rougher terrain, on the big jumps, smaller jumps, so on and so forth, so you could see how the suspension is working. All right, y'all, let me get this body on, plugged in, and we'll get ripping. That was a nasty bounce it took on the back. Must have been the way I landed, because that one was pretty smooth. Not bad. Ah. Oh, that was a bad landing. It's fine though. Yeah, still got a balance to it. That one didn't bounce that time. Ah, oh. There we go. Shit. So far, so good though. Yeah. Hey, there's a bush there. Alright, now I'm going to go over here to some rougher terrain, and we're going to really watch these shocks do some work. Of course, all this thing wants to do is wheelie. That suspension is working beautifully. That was an unexpected backflip. Oh, shit! Well, what just happened here? Damn! Straight broke a rear hub. So, what do you think so far? Yeah, I know it broke. Oh well. Car's taken a lot of abuse. The car's taken a lot of abuse over the past year and a half with a set of rear hubs. You know, bound to break something every once in a while, right? But I think I'm getting real close with these shocks. Like I said in the beginning video, these are still running the 1-3s shock pistons from the Arma. I have 1-2s that I'm probably going to put in the back. I'm going to keep the 1-3s in the front. I like the way the front's doing, but the back's still a bit too soft for me. You know, it's working well, but it's still a little bit soft. And keep in mind, y'all, I'm running 100 weight Losi shock fluid. 100 weight. Like, yeah, I need to slow these shocks down, and I got to do that with smaller holes. So that's what I got to do. But that's where I'm at. I'm getting this video out a little bit faster than I wanted to, because I'm noticing people on the forum, the MT8 owners group, there are people starting to wonder about this. So I wanted to get a video out of the shock parts, the part numbers used to be able to do the swap, so everybody would know what parts to get and what to expect when doing it. Here's why I didn't use the original Rival MT8 shock pistons. They're brittle. I've gone through a few of them already, and they're hard and expensive to obtain. The Arma shock pistons are easier to obtain than the Associated. Now here's the caveat to that, y'all. There's always a catch-22, am I right? There's always a catch in life with something. They don't fit perfectly and nicely as the Associated pistons do. Something I'm thinking about is Associated has a bunch of shock pistons for the same size shock that's on their racing vehicles. And I'm thinking, and I haven't done this yet, I was trying to get more time to do this because I'm trying to put a whole bunch of different parts together to make this happen. And, well, I want to try to make sure everybody's got a nice starting point to do this with. You can use your stock pistons. In fact, it would be easier to start with the shock pistons, but keep in mind that stock Rival pistons are fragile. You're going to break them, unfortunately. When I started switching over to these Arma pistons, or excuse me, the Arma rods, I broke the stock pistons faster. That's why I was avoiding trying to put the video up, because I'm trying to find the right combination of parts. The Arma pistons work well. 1-3s in the front work great. 1-3s in the back, you need really heavy fluid. Yes, I'm running 100 weight in the front, and also in the back. I need to get the shock caps done, and I'm going to change the pistons, and hopefully that will solve the leaking problem I'm having in the rear. As you see, the leaking problem I'm having is more in the rear than I am in the front. I'm having a little bit of seepage in the front right here, as you can tell. So I do need 4 shock caps and diaphragms. I'm getting those on the way. That should solve my leaking problem. And I'm also going to put extra bump stops on the shock rods to limit upward travel, because that may be an additional factor on why the shocks are leaking from the caps. But there you guys go. There you guys have it. You can see how it performs. I'm sorry the hub broke on me early today. It must have been on its way getting ready to break. That's just kind of how this car goes. Every once in a while you have a break because things are old. That it just happens. All right, y'all. So what do you think about the shocks? Let me know in the comments below. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for joining me on today's journey. If you all have any questions, like I said, leave it in the comments below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Catch each and every one of you majestic bastards back on another Sunrise Sunday. Captain Could've, over and out, y'all. Peace.